Hi, my name is Barbarella. Welcome to this week's diary entry called Comfort Food. When I'm stressed, I tend to crave the food of my childhood. One such comfort crutch is generic frozen ravioli with Hunt's tomato sauce. David, who is an avid amateur chef, can't understand why I'd pick something so plain and processed when I have someone like him who is more than happy to prepare for me something tasty from fresh, natural ingredients. When I told him I'd been craving sauce right out of the can, David's feelings were hurt. He said my craving Hunt's instead of his homemade fare was as though I had skinned my knee and ran to my parents instead of him for solace. It took many days to convince him that even though I craved the familiar flavor of Hunt's, it was David's cooking that I loved the most. So, one recent evening, when I invited our friends Josue and Rosa over for dinner, David was happy to pull out his sauce pot. While I entertained our friends, David chopped, diced, and did whatever it is one does when cooking. I wouldn't know. The only kitchen utensil I'm familiar with is the can opener. The harder David worked, the better the kitchen started to smell. The spices and herbs David used looked like they'd just been plucked from the wild. He also used a few exotic ingredients, like Hungarian bacon and, of course, wine. But not everything was fresh from the garden. David uses canned chilies and hot sauce for spice. He uses salt for flavor and honey to cut the acidity. And the Kalamata olives, well, just because he knows I love them.
Black pepper.
Everything smelled so great that I couldn't help but sneak a taste. It wasn't quite right, but then David explained that's because it had only just begun to cook. Finally, dinner was ready. The Hunt's tomato sauce and frozen ravioli would have taken a lot less time, but everybody agreed that David's sauce was well worth the wait.